We're going to be joined by a couple young men right now. What's going on, Sir Jamison?
Nothing much, nothing much.
And Mr. Young on the end down there?
Nothing much, to be honest.
You guys good?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, we got to get this out the way. As soon as they sat at the desk, I saw Quentin. I saw your eyes looking at Harold's hands, wondering what is going on with Harold wearing these batting gloves.
I'm not
here.
marketing Franklin, although I was a Franklin guy. John Ballas, thank you. Give you a little plug. But it is cold out here. It's 30 degrees. Were you guys expecting this in Arizona?
Nah, but this is nothing. It's snowing back at home. Everybody had called out for school for a snow day today, and it's supposed to be -2 on Tuesday.
So let's familiarize everybody at home. Where are you from? Tell your name, your area, and where you're from.
From Blue Island, Illinois. Ugh,
It's cold.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah,
cold.
man, sir,
it's cold.
Go ahead, Quentin.
I'm from Camarillo, California. I mean, it's been like this for the past couple weeks, but I'm not used to it at all.
In
I'm not used to it,
California,
yeah.
It's cold in California too, eh?
So you got a couple famous uncles.
Yes, I do.
Let's put the full screen up there and tell us about your uncles here. You get a chance to talk with them at all. See, on the left, you got Delman Young, and on the right, you got Dimitri Young. These guys have pretty good big league careers.
Yeah.
What did they talk to you about with pro ball?
For me, with pro ball, they just said to be myself and keep working hard. Like, that's all I got to do. Like, there's going to be some times where you're not playing as well, but you just got to keep working to get where
So
you
what's the
want to be.
family tree? I said uncles, right? So
Yeah.
who are you related to? Mom, brother?
Mom.
Your mom is
Yeah.
their sister.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Man, that's impressive. And sir, you're a veteran. You're a veteran here. Oh man, we still gotta watch the meat hook. We gotta watch the meat hook do his thing. So I'll jump to Quentin real quick. Quentin, when you're talking to your uncles, I mean, I see you come in. You're 6'5". I mean, again, shortstop.
Yes.
You're a shortstop as well. How much are you paying attention to the shortstops that are in the game, the Ellie De La Cruzes, the O'Neill Cruzes, Corey Seager, Carlos Correa? There are shortstops that are 6'4", 6'5" that don't have to move to the outfield. How much are you paying attention to those guys?
I pay attention to them a lot because, like, you don't see this many people with my height playing shortstop or, like, either, like, in the middle infield. So it's, like, it's kind of fun to, like, look up to people who actually, like, play that position. You know, like, you could be there one day.
Right. And sir, you what, 6'3"? Are you gonna catch? You gonna get your behind the plates? We got a 6'3" black catcher out here that'll be extremely fun to watch. Sir, you've become a veteran here now. We talked to you last year, man, and you had a great experience here last year. With this being another year in, what have you learned that you want to take from this year going into you're in your senior season now?
I just really want to learn to really value everything, value all the knowledge that I'm receiving and really apply it this year.
You spent a lot of time with Mike Scioscia last year. You stay in touch with Mike throughout the year?
I try to. I remember I saw him a lot throughout the summer last year, and then when I went to Team USA trials, he was there and we talked, and you know it's always good to pick his brain and talk to Coach Mike.
You know, one of the biggest things with trying to get a lot of black kids exposure at the highest level competition is intermixing into Team USA and being able to play at the highest level of travel and different things like that. Have you guys found that important, and you've been able to do that?
It's definitely important because that's the only way the game's going to grow.
How about you, Quentin?
I think the same. Like, you see so many, like, players throughout, like, the country and everything that you just want to, like, play against, like, because they're, like, one of the top players in the nation. So it's like it's fun to play against the top and know, like, you could either be better than them and work harder than them.
In California, how often do you get to play? A lot, probably.
A lot,
Huh? So tell me about the competition you're competing against, even at the high school level.
The competition it's up and down, but, like, once you get, like, towards, like, the end of the season, like in playoffs, that's when the competition really starts to hit. You'll have a couple teams, like, from, like, where you live, like, that'll be good, but once you get, like, closer to, like, the end, it's really good.
All right, so let's talk recruitment real quick too, because this isn't just about pro ball, it's also college exposure, everything else. I see you with an LSU sweater on. Is that by design, or you just like the colors?
Nah, I committed there already. A couple months ago I committed to LSU, so gotta write my
Why did
my school.
LSU stand out?
It stood out to me. Like, I just liked how it is. Like, all, like, the players, the coaches, they treated me really well. Felt like home for me out there in Louisiana. So
yeah, we had Coach on with us in the draft last year. He handled the draft for us, so that was a big part. Colleges for you, any interest?
I recently just signed to Oklahoma State. I was committed to Illinois State for the longest time, and I made a decision that I had to flip for the better of my development as a player and as a student too.
And how much do you think events like this have impacted y'all's exposure to where you're getting viewed, by colleges earlier than ever?
Man, a huge part. I feel like the more exposure that we're getting from this is getting better and better every year. And there's coaches coming to these events and recruiting from these events. I know like a couple kids committed to Mizzou because Coach Carrick was at Hank Aaron and he was actively recruiting because kids were showing their best.
So the program's working, you think?
Yeah, it is working.
Awesome.
I see that too because like you'll have kids like that don't get seen often, but then they come to these events and they keep going and going, and all of a sudden they're committed because of all the recruitment that's happening, all the coaches that are being out here.
Well, the sun's shining. That means you guys are getting ready to start working out. You're probably happy to see that sun breaking through instead of out this ice cold trying to hit a baseball. All right, guys, thank you for joining us. Appreciate it.